is a women's bantamweight matchup between Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey. All right, here she is, big-time feel. No surprise there, the UFC Hall of Famer and former women's bantamweight champion, the great rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey is a box office hit. Every time her name sits atop the marquee, the stars come out.
Yes.
From her UFC debut with the quick submissions to Jean LaBelle standing next to the octagon with the timer. Everything was always a spectacle, and Ronda had the skills to back it up.
I remember being at weddings and bar mitzvahs back in 2011, getting texts from guys like Sean Shelby, dude, you gotta see what Ronda Rousey just did, and it didn't take her long to enter the mainstream, successfully defended the title several times. Ronda Rousey back and perhaps with a point to prove here tonight. Well, if she is not the best ground and pound fighter in the women's game today, give me another name, right? Because she has taken it to the next level, and more often than not, when she gets you down and starts throwing punches, referee's coming in shortly thereafter.
The referee jumping in to save her opponents has almost become
synonymous with her fights.
It's the way that her fights end. She's beating him so badly that the ref has to jump in and save him. We have not seen anyone so good at ground and pound since Tatiana Suarez first entered the UFC, and she has taken that to a whole nother level. Her ability to just control posture, control range, and land from anywhere from the top position is truly inspiring to watch.
And not unlike you, she's got a mean streak. She told us in the fighter meeting on Thursday, I'm about to give her some scars for life. So free souvenirs coming on the ground if we get there tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a judo fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Venice Beach, California, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Ronda Rousey! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a grappler holding a professional record of 19 wins, 9 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Miesha Cupcake Tate! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Miragliotta.
Dan Miragliotta.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1. We sat down with these two fighters on Thursday, and you asked the grappler if she was going to strike, given that she was facing a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and she said, I'm going to welcome her into my world. We'll see how it goes for her.
Yeah, she may need to use this grappling in reverse, and I understand having confidence. But when you go to the ground with this young lady, it's something completely different. She's constantly throwing up submissions. Also, she uses her submissions beautifully to try and change from bottom to top position. She's a phenomenal jiu-jitsu fighter, and it shows in every one of her octagon appearances. Oh, nice right hand. Liver kick.
They continue to exchange.
Nice punch lands over the top. You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
Right hand on point. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots. Wow. 3 minutes to go in the round. Man, she might punch harder than you. Nice connection there.
I don't know about that, John, but she is a fast, accurate striker.
Visibly limping here. Nice kick there by Rousey. Nice jab, follows it up with a nice right hand. Both fighters throwing heat now. There she goes, using her jab effectively yet again. Her opponent's got to raise that guard or this fight could end soon.
Well, she's going to have to do something. I think she needs to move her head off the center line because hands go up, the jab goes to the body, then the jab goes to the head. If you start worrying too much about her jab on top, she'll just start pounding that jab right through your midsection, which then will just empty the gas tank. Mixes
it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Rousey gets the takedown. With conviction, she moves right into half guard.
Without much effort, she was able to pass from her full guard right into half guard.
Oh, nice job by her to posture up there. Now we'll see if she can maintain that separation.
She has to recognize that her opponent will start trying to squirrel away now, but look for her big ground and pound.
In full guard now, DC, and I know when you're in this position, you're looking to pass the half guard pretty quickly.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to get the half guard so I can start to get off ground and pound. This is exactly what she needs to do. Not only does it get you to a position to get off ground and pound, it also takes a lot of the danger away from your opponent off of their back. Half guard is not nearly as dangerous as full guard, so get the half, land some ground and pound, get posture, and then continue to dominate on the ground.
Round two straight ahead. Let's take a look back at some of the replays. You knew she came in with the book on her as a kicker, and her opponent did nothing to adjust.
Her opponent didn't check one kick, so why would she not continue down that path? Why would she not continue to throw her hands just to set up those beautiful, nasty kicks? And she is landing them with full force every time she throws it.
All right, here we go. Next round is underway, and how about her kicking game in the previous round? My Lord.
She is so good at just blasting kicks with no regard for what's coming back at her. She's not worried about the counter. She will check a reverse kick. She always moves her head off the center line when she throws kicks, so she is not in any danger of taking a counter right hand.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over. I'm not sure she could have drawn it up much better. Just a beautiful strike to end the fight for her opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that flush shot coming. So this is exactly the way she drew it up. She told us during fight week that she had to find a way to finish this fight, to send a message to the rest of this division. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 39 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Miesha Tate.
Well, you see the raw emotions and the happiness out of her in her corner. What a result here tonight as she gets it done by knockout.
I mean, she could not have...
Drive-byers, the bag, clack, let it loose, murder all weaknesses as applied. That's a job completer, dependable contractor, the backhand whack rap slapper, Mr. Leather Bomber Taker, catch you getting off the escalator.
Run it too smooth and don't trigger the Undertaker.
18 lacking, I would've ran me a Supreme racket. I would've took these lame Supreme jackets. Until you rob a hype beast, you ain't seen sadness. Clockwork, orange madness, left the scene laughing.
Hey, we forever, ever. Jaimito y Michael D. Render. The pyrotechnocrats, the old razzle-dazzlers. The magic bean and bobbers. The green giant of the rhyme contrivers. Supreme violence and the time describers. I'm the decider.
All right, coming up next, a welterweight tilt between Robbie Lawler and George Rush St. Pierre. Well, DC, like Frank Sinatra after this man has done it his way. Former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion George Rush St. Pierre. A lot of people believe pound for pound, DC, GSP is the best they've ever seen.
Yes, because he was able to mix everything together so well. When he was fighting a wrestler, he was able to keep the fight standing. When he was fighting a striking specialist, he was able to take him to the ground. His jiu-jitsu and just his full-on MMA game was something that we had never seen in the UFC before. Won the UFC championship at middleweight after being away for 4 years. Just showed how special George St. Pierre truly is.
In terms of MMA application of wrestling, no one has done it better than George Rush St. Pierre. So here is Robbie Lawler still going strong nearly 20 years after his UFC debut back in 2002. Lawler's reinvented himself a little bit down in South Florida. He believes he is in the best shape of his life in advance of this one tonight. And
by going down to South Florida and finding a new team, you saw a change in Robbie Lawler, which led to a UFC title reign that had masterful performances. The win over Carlos Condit was crazy. The win over Rory McDonald. The fight, the ability to withstand punishment and continue to press forward and hold on to that title showed you that Robbie Lawler was a different guy and was ready to reach all the potential that his coaches said day one. And the beauty of Robbie Lawler, too, he is the consummate fan favorite. Without even having to open his mouth, he doesn't have to say anything. He doesn't talk. People love him for his fighting style, and we will see if he can make one more climb to welterweight gold and glory. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. The American is 38. The Canadian is 39. Lawler is 1 inch taller. GSP will have a 2-inch reach advantage. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, George Rush St. Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 16 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Ruthless Robbie Lawler! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, DC, if I pass out, it's because I'm excited. George St. Pierre and Robbie Lawler are now underway. Really as interesting a stylistic matchup as we can put together in this welterweight division.
How could you not be excited when you got St. Pierre versus Lawler? It was unfortunate that these 2 timelines barely missed each other, but we finally get them in the octagon tonight. Let's see how this one plays out.
Ooh, he landed a huge hook there. Oh! Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that one.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
Oh, that's going to soften him up. Massive knee to the body. Practicing the collar tie.
That was a jab.
And both guys really throwing with authority.
Big clinch.
Oh, goes to the ankle pick now to get him down, DC. DC. We'll see how he chooses to proceed from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Robbie Lawler. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? He passes to half. He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. That is time.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, listen. All right, hey, Derek, grab a seat. Look at me. Look at me. All right? We're behind you. I need you to step it up. Work what we've trained.
Second round underway. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. How about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish this fight.
Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist.
Oh! His head still attached to his body.
The last number started out with Johnson that was open versus Johnny. And you know the skill that was found out over his head.
Well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Now the hammer fist here by George St. Pierre. Well, that's been a good weapon for him tonight. Hammer fist again by George St. Pierre. Oh, and that is it. Referee has seen enough, and maybe so have we. Your winner by TKO.
That was a great performance. Way to land those strikes and go and chase down the finish when you get an opportunity.
All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
We go right inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 50 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St. Pierre!
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a professional athlete, right? I know you enjoyed the birth of your kids, right?
Yeah.
But you knock out a man in a cage fight. I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing like it. You know, you don't even hear the one that lands, that puts out your opponent's life. And tonight, he got that done.